Okay, so.
I'm very harshly about that. Look, I was actually deep in thought at the time. Sorry.
No, in your own time when you just.
Sorry.
Do you want to just finish, use up my time with your private conversation?
I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Best baby.
Okay, so I was reading this morning that apparently there's going to be like paramedics on like standby at some of your screenings in case of like sort of mass fainting. That is the power of this documentary. How does that make you feel?
Pretty strange. I mean, there was things about after parties as well, and certain hotels wouldn't let us use their hotels for the party and stuff. I read somewhere,
really?
Which is a bit crazy for us to
It's a bit
think
unfair.
about. I think it's going to be an exciting day personally. I might need paramedics myself to contain the excitement.
Have you learned your CPR skills now? Are you ready in case anyone does like happen to faint in front of you?
Oh yeah, you've seen it on the film. It's just pump back to life. Easy. Don't you think?
Yeah.
I
Makes it simple.
I'm really hoping I don't ever need. If you're just going to do that, then that's kind of it.
You
I
know.
went to Scouts, very well trained in the air.
Any badges?
I've got a few.
Any to show?
Not on me currently.
Quite
I
a
can
bit.
do the symbol though, like this.
Okay.
Do you know what I thought you said then? Any badges?
Any badges?
Why would you have a badger?
Oh yeah. Any badges? And you? Well, just this one actually.
Frederick.
Yeah, whoa, that's
Johnny.
weird. Okay, so what are fans going to learn about you from this film that they don't already know?
That were really strange.
They already know that.
Yeah, they do that. And it's it's just an in-depth look. Really, we often say
In-depth
that.
look.
An in-depth look. Like we.
No, just
I've lost it now. No, we.
In-depth.
I've really lost it now. You want to go?
Hey, sure, Liam.
Yeah, mate.
Sorry, what was the question again? Sorry.
Okay, I've got it back.
Oh, okay.
No, it's kind of a look behind the scenes for fans because we often say that the fans don't really know the full extent of what we're like. So it's kind of a view like even down to our families and stuff. So they get like a proper look at what goes down, homies.
In-depth
You know, mate.
That was straight off the press release, that one, like that, in-depth look into it. No, but we don't get to see, there's not any conflict and there's no days where you're like, get that camera out my face, I'm not into this
There's
today.
not really ever any conflict, to be honest with you. And I think we're that used to having cameras around now from being on X Factor that it's kind of just a done thing for us now.
Yeah,
I mean,
but that would
and
be
also we got
the
on
complete
so-
opposite of what we wanted to do anyway, because we wanted to show obviously exactly what we get up to and what goes on every day. So we won't want to be like pushing the camera out of the way and being like, don't film it, because we want to show everything that we're doing, if you know what I mean. And there's not really any, to be honest, like there's not any fight or anything for us to record and show you, to be honest. It's nothing, that's not happening, do you know what I mean? We just try to show you what's actually going on. So
Sorry,
like,
I'm just mimicking Liam's face
we
from
just-
there. It really is mesmerising, that face, Liam.
by the way,
we just tried to make it as real as possible. Sorry if it wasn't that entertaining.
Thank you for being sensible and giving me like an actual answer. I mean, come on.
She's
come on,
feisty, this
boys.
one.
Come
Very
on, boys.
feisty.
Do you know what? Actually, I think it's quite rude, to be honest with you.
I think we got off on the wrong foot here.
Yeah.
Should we start again?
Can we
Yeah,
start
for
again?
sure.
Yeah.
My name's
yeah.
Liam, nice to meet you.
Okay, so obviously the fans make up a big part of this film, and we get to see sort of life through your eyes a little bit as you travel around the globe. But one thing, do you think now, because most men find it really hard to deal with girls crying, like most men I know, if I cried then they'll probably like run a mile. Do you think now you're like equipped for life to deal with crying women?
I don't think so.
Dealt
I
with
don't
all
think
the
you'll ever be able to deal with crying. It's just one of those things that you just like, you don't really know what to do in that situation.
Well, also, it's a different kind of crying, because like
It's a happy
you've
cry.
got like from having sisters, you are used to having like crying girls. You know what I mean? Like but that kind of. It's like if at a signing, like someone will walk up to you and say hello and then burst into tears, like
Yeah, it's a
it's
happy
like
cry.
wow.
The other day, I was sat in Westfields eating, and
Right.
I just suddenly turned around to this girl who just crept up right behind me. She was just stood there crying. She didn't move. I was like, hi, and she just didn't move. So I was like, should we have a picture? And she just still didn't move. She just stood there.
She's
so
still there now.
She's probably stood there now, just waiting.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I don't think you can ever deal with that. It's all a bit crazy for us to see that people get in that sort of like state of mind about us and what we do. So it's a bit.
You just want to say, just don't cry. Just
Have a good time.
yeah.
Just enjoy yourself. And maybe I was thinking also maybe you should start learning sign language for when you go deaf. Because it's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
You actually.
Well,
thought,
I went for a hearing test because I was a bit worried about one of my ears, actually. Turns out nothing wrong with them.
Hello.
No, there was a slight difference, but still got the odd bit of earache.
But we just start there. I can't do it. That's a really long.
A-E-I-O-U. I've been learning a bit.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Do you have to sleep with earplugs in? Well, actually, they probably look. Well, maybe they're not screaming when you're.
No, but
screaming.
sometimes there has been the occasion where the tour bus has been parked in the wrong place, and then you just end up being woken up in the morning at like stupid o'clock. It's honestly like for us, it's so like when you because we go to bed, we tend to go to bed at like 4 or 5 o'clock maybe, and we arrive at places like 7:30 in the morning. There's people outside, and sometimes the tour bus just gets parked for us in the wrong position. You just get a big scream as the tour bus comes in, then that's game over for your sleep. Then
they're just singing "What Makes You Beautiful" and
Yeah,
repeat it,
yeah.
and you're just like,
I've heard your song so many times.
singing along in your sleep. Nah.
That's what makes you sleep.
You're like, I just want to go back to sleep for 5 more minutes. And do you
Liam
have?
sometimes sends out a tweet, guys, can you give me a rest? I'm just,
I've had a few
give it half an hour.
The situation I had was this girl for like a few days just kept repeatedly calling my room at like 7 o'clock in the morning and like just going, hello?
You know,
and that was it, and I was just like, come on babe, I want to go to bed, please.
And do you ever have like well, I remember at school you always have dreams about like not getting your homework in time or about something like really random dreams like that. Do you have now like One Direction related nightmares where I don't know either you don't go on stage, someone tramples you to death in a fan crash, or like things like that?
I fell asleep the other day and randomly got up to shout, LA, how we doing? That was, I got out of, hello, and that was it. I woke up and I was like, I just went to shout LA, how we doing? It was the one night off we had actually, and I was just still trying to do the show in my sleep.
My real life nightmare was on stage when, well, you met him, I didn't, when David Beckham came to the show, and there was someone threw a ball on stage, right? So I controlled it straight away, and then I looked up and thought, and I was like, I don't dare kick it. I was too nervous because he was watching. I was like, if I slipped over now, I'd be like,
Starstruck Tomlinson.
Yeah, never got to meet him though.
Just look from afar.
Yeah, it was good enough.
Oh, that's sweet. That's nice. That's nice. So excited about tomorrow night? What? Are you,
Massively excited.
It's kind of a bit weird 'cause it's different from something you've done before.
No, you don't eat there. I don't know what goes on. Someone tried to tell me today that we start at 5:30 tomorrow, and then Richard was like, no, that's not the case. We start a lot earlier, apparently.
5:30 p.m.
Apparently, but not anymore.
5:30 a.m. Well,
Well, I mean that would be
That'd be ridiculous. No,
That
we
would be
are
a
so
big
excited.
day.
It's going to be so nice for our families as well, because they've
That's
obviously
the
never
thing.
been to like a red carpet like affair, as it were. So it's going to be ace for them, and I can't wait to see my dad's reaction. So it's going to be good.
Have they seen themselves on screen before like that? They probably haven't. I
No,
guess.
not at all, and they haven't seen the film, so they don't know what's coming. And I've told my dad that his bit in the film does make me cry every single time. Bless him.
Oh, they're excited to see. Cool. I'm being told I have to finish, so I'm off now.
all to you.
Oh.